Ettorito 5, Oneill 2. Advantage and 1 foot in the final for Ettorito, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. He's looked very strong on the attack, and it's just those chip balls that seem to be working. I think the only worry in his mind will be that he didn't score in the second half, so we sort of think, right, okay, he's figured me out a little bit here. But the thing is, he didn't concede any in the second half either. Very, very cagey affair in the second. I mean, the first half couldn't have been less cagey. In the second half was very cagey. Yeah,
so going into the second leg, what do you feel is that turning point where, because at this moment in time, it is still 90 minutes ahead of him, game time for Oneill to turn it around. What point does he need to go and change his tactics to go all out, do you feel? Or do you feel he needs to go straight from the start?
I think he needs to slow it down, maybe try and grab a goal, just play it slowly in the first 20, 25 minutes of game time. If he doesn't grab anything then he needs to try and change something to do something. At the same time, he needs to try and not concede against Ettorito, which is a mission in itself.
So we are underway in this second leg here between Ettorito and Oneill, and it is Ettorito again kicking from left to right as he plays it through towards Iniesta. Chance to cross it into the danger area. It's Luis Suarez. Big chance here for Ettorito. Neymar. It's into the back of the net, and it's a stunning start. And it's now
6-3.
6-3, I believe.
6-2, it should be. All right.
6-3. We're going with at this moment in time. Yeah. Should be 6-2, I think, but Iniesta has a chance to play it through. A chance for Neymar there, and an instant response from Oneill, but it's been cleared away. And now Lionel Messi plays it infield towards Neymar again. Back to Rakitic, lovely one-touch football. Ball over the top, he's onside. It's 2-on-2. It's Suarez, back to Neymar. Suarez goes again. Oh, he almost got through that back line, but good defending. Last gasp there from Oneill. Ton, it's been another lightning start in this second leg.
It has been. Ettorito strong again. It's just every single time he gets in the box, he just looks like he's going to score. And Oneill needs to answer back very, very quickly. He's got Messi down the right-hand side, though. He's going to be looking for the cross himself. Is he going to go all the way on his own?
Good defending.
Really good defending. Once again, that said corner is going to be whipped in instead.
So 10 minutes gone here. 6-2 to Ettorito on aggregate. 1-0 in this second leg. Rakitic, it's been a good response from Oneill after that opening goal from Ettorito, but he now knows he has a long, long battle to get back into the match. He needs to score 5 to win this tie, unless we go, obviously, to that 5-minute playoff after the second leg.
I mean, the question for me is not him scoring 5. It's scoring 5 without letting Ettorito score.
Correct.
Anyway, he's going to clean that one up, though. It's going to be Matthew. He's going to be able to get this one away, and he needs to do something fairly, very quickly. And for me, I think the tactics need to be changed fairly soon. I think 4 goals behind, even if you get it to a draw, it's a very, very hard task for him at this moment in time. Ettorito playing so well in the middle of the park. Every time he goes forward, it looks like scoring. Oneill just hasn't been as clinical or as convincing whatsoever.
That's a lovely ball through. It's Luis Suarez. He's in again. Chance to make it 7. It's Luis Suarez. It's world class from the man from Italy. And Ettorito has a 7-2 lead in this second leg overall on aggregate. Unbelievable, Tom.
Unbelievable, Adam. We're just going to stick it at that way. No, but he's looked so good. I mean, when we seen him at Anfield, we were like, wow, who's this guy who's just scoring an insane amount of goals? I think it was the first game of the day. We seen, what was it, 12, 13?
10-2.
And it was against
Indominator, who was the player's favourite for that regional.
Well, there you go. I mean,
another man from the Netherlands. He's single-handedly taking down the men from the Netherlands at the moment as Lionel Messi twists and turns and now plays it back towards Rakitic. Rakitic, it's another good bit of play here from Oneill, though. Lovely, wonderful football from Oneill, and just the response he needed, but he needs to keep going. He needs to press now, doesn't he, Tom?
He does indeed, and at this moment in time, with 4 goals behind, it's just not going to be enough, I don't think. 25 minutes gone on the game clock, and we can see that Ettorito is attacking once again, which is the position you don't want him to be in. It's going to be laid off to Neymar. Fantastic save by Ter Stegen, straight at him, but he needed to reflect to that as well, and I have no idea who's fouling or not there. In the end, O'Neill's going to get away with it, but Iniesta trying to spread this one. It's too fast. It's far too fast, but he hasn't got enough time.
It's almost got to the stage now that Oneill needs to go hell for leather and just hope that Ettorito has an off day towards the back end of this half.
And off 60
minutes because he's going to have to open this game up, and he's going to have to go for it because he is trailing by those 4 goals at the moment. But he has left himself open, like we were mentioning, and it is an offside flag, I believe. So, like I said, if he can hope that Ettorito just misses a few chances and can get some goals back, then we have a game. But at this moment in time, it just appears too easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's going to have to change formation. We can see he's doing that, going very attacking. He's coming off. Nobody. No,
so again, Oneill gone for the back 3.
It's looking like he wants to play. Yeah, we're going to go with 3 centre-backs, and then I'm trying to see if he's making any other changes. It doesn't seem so.
So he's definitely pushing Luis Suarez further forward, and he's bringing in Lionel Messi, sort of pushing him in closer for the flick downs, etc. So definitely an attacking change there from Oneill, and of course Ettorito just going with the fairly standard 4-3-3 that we've seen from him most of the way through the tournament.
I thought he had a slow start, Ettorito, and I wasn't sure if maybe, you know, Anfield was a flash in the pan, but I think he's honestly showing here now that is definitely not the case. Fantastic work from him. As we look at this game now, I just don't see Oneill coming back into it. I think it's impossible.
So Iniesta out on this left-hand side, not a usual wing-back suspect, but he is going to be played there at the moment. When needs must, players will be played out of formations. It's the case of a square peg in a round hole, isn't it, Chris, for Iniesta there on the left-hand side, you feel?
If that's what words you want to use, I don't know. I'm not going to argue with you.
33 minutes gone here in the second leg. 7-2 on aggregate to Ettorito as Luis Suarez has the chance to play it through to Neymar, and because of the wing backs there is going to be space in behind for that diagonal through ball, and Neymar, lovely footwork, and that is unbelievable, and he just stands up and takes the applause from the fans in the crowd. The footwork there was incredible, Tom.
Absolutely sensational. This is the best performance we've seen from anyone this weekend so far on the main stage, and really good work by Ettorito, and this is out of sight now for Oneill. Surely he doesn't come back into this game. Now 5 goals behind, and something needs to change drastically. And at this moment in time, it's all Ettorito anyway. Because O'Neill's pushing so hard, Ettorito every single time is able to counter-attack, and he might be able to score again. Rakitic is here. He should be able to put this on the play for Suarez in the middle, and it's going to just about get cleared. But Ettorito still with the pressure to Suarez, and it seems as if a foul offside.
What amazes me is watching Ettorito play, and actually the amount of goals he's able to score against the best players in the world at PES. Yet, in 2 games against Tiamat, he failed to score. So people need to watch Tiamat's game and see how he's stopping Ettorito, because Lionel Messi's in again here, and he scores another goal. This is breathtaking for the man from Italy.
Again, it's just simple stuff. He's countering, because Oneill has to go defensive. He's playing 3 at the back. Then every single time he goes forward, he's opening up. Here we go, Vidal again. If Messi can get past here and get a pass away, then it's cause problems. Iniesta going to look for Suarez, does have him running left, has Messi on the right as well. He's just going to push on forward. Now we can see Oneill has actually dropped back to defend here. He's going to be able to, but now he's not in a position to score. So I think ever since that first goal went in, it's just been an onslaught.
So just into the final minute of added on time here. It's handled away by the goalkeeper, and that was a chance there for Oneill. But Suarez couldn't quite get on the end of it, and at 9-3 at the end of the first half in the second leg, a 6-goal swing now surely out of the cards, Ton, based on what you've seen so far?
I would absolutely say so. I think Ettorito is sailing into that grand final. Still a smile on the face of Oneill. I don't know whether he's just laughing at how good Ettorito actually is, or whether he's just a happy guy. But you know, I mean, if he does lose this,
he always plays the game in the right way, which I do love. He's always got a smile on his face. He's always very, congratulatory, and he's very nice with the other players as well. So a great.
Maybe not so much with Jose after that one before.
After the event, not during. As the ball gets played down towards Vidal, blocked behind for a corner to be taken by Rakitic, who plays it in towards Suarez. Suarez back to Vidal. Vidal crosses towards the back post, headed away, and completed the clearance by Iniesta out towards Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi back towards Vidal. Vidal, long ball over the top here, looking for Lionel Messi again. He's getting a lot of joy down this right-hand side. Lionel Messi's in again here, twisting, turning, away from 3. This is unbelievable football from Ettorito. And the crowd have gone absolutely wild here.
Fantastic
what more can you say,
once again.
Ton?
Thank you for the weather report, by the way. Fantastic work by Ettorito once again. Oneill may be in here, but it does not matter. 10-3 is the score.
So 10-3 on aggregate, 5-1 on the day in this second leg. 55 minutes gone here, and Ettorito sailing into the PESLeague World Finals final.
I mean, what's that guaranteed prize pool that he's now made himself?
$100,000 has been guaranteed minimum for Ettorito.
Is that right?
Just let that sink in. That man there on the stage from Italy has just claimed himself $100,000
I could pay my
minimum,
mortgage
and
off.
he can double that in one game of PES.
I could pay my mortgage off for that. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Imagine
Not
that.
a bad outing, to say the least. You've got, obviously, commiserations, and you've got to feel it's not over by any means at this moment in time. But you know, you've got to feel that this game is. You've got to feel it's done. And Oneill has been absolutely incredible throughout the whole of the tournament, both in the regionals and here at the World Finals.
He's
had some amazing performances and results. And I'm sure he'll be back to try his arm next year as the ball gets played through towards Neymar. Neymar down towards Busquets, plays it through. It's Neymar again, and unbelievably, he's put it wide of the target.
Not like him to see him miss any chances like that. Usually he's right on point with them, but again, I don't think he'll care at this moment in time. He'll know he's going through to the finals. Who will he be playing against? Let's have a look. It's either going to be Guefera or Jonah. We'll get that right this time. It's going to be one of them two. And looking at that game, who beats him? For me, I think Guefera may potentially win that game. I know we're branching away from this one a little bit.
But you've got to remember, Jonah actually finished top of the Americas and Guefera finished third. So although it's a very hard game to call, they've obviously played each other. They know each other's game probably inside out. So again, another factor that they've got to take into consideration as Neymar tries to turn it around the corner towards Suarez, but good defending again from PK. I have noticed as well that Ettorito's defensive abilities have been quite impressive in this second leg as well.
I mean, the fact that he can go forward and stretch himself to score 10 goals. Wow, the skills from Neymar are actually sublime as well.
Oh my
He's still
word.
going.
What
Is he going to keep on going?
Here?
Neymar causing all
this is
sorts
just
of problems.
fantasy football here from Ettorito as it's played out towards Iniesta and now towards Luis Suarez. Good challenge from PK. Now Busquets again in towards Iniesta. Lovely ball over the top. Back to Busquets. Now Suarez. Now Neymar. Another attack here from Ettorito. He's gone for an audacious chip, and it's just the wrong side of the crossbar, Ton.
Just something I just want to expand on what I was saying there before. The fact that he can push on and score as many goals as this and stretch himself so much and only concede 3 in 180 minutes of football.
So 50 minutes remaining here as Oneill gets to go in behind here as Neymar shoots goalwards, and it's tipped wide of the target. Another attack there for Oneill, just not quite being his clinical best in these two legs. But again, he's under a lot of pressure, especially going behind so early in both legs. It's tough, isn't it, at this stage when you go behind?
It really, really is. And it's hard to come back, especially, players of this caliber. It's always going to be difficult to come back behind from a deficit. It's because they have to. It's all about the stretching, all about the players using all their energy. That's the thing. You're constantly trying to get back into the game. It's an uphill struggle constantly. And there we go, though. Oneill might be able to score a goal.
Wow!
God,
bicycle kick there from the goalkeeper. Karate kick, should I say?
he nearly killed Neymar on the other side of things, but still pushing on here is Rakitic. Oneill trying to get another consolation goal here marked on the board, but it's very, very hard. I think, as he said, it's been very well defended by Ettorito as well. Then we chip towards Neymar, and Umtiti is going to be there to clean things up as ter Stegen clears this one away.
I think the crucial moment in this match came in between the 20 and the 40-minute mark in that first leg when Ettorito was able to stretch his lead from 1 to 4, and that pretty much, ever since then, he never looked back, did he?
Absolutely not. I mean, he's had a slower second half. He's one of these players that seems to use all the player energy in the first half. As we've seen most of the goals have came in the first half in both legs.
Absolutely.
Anyway, Oneill maybe tried to reserve it a little bit more to think of the long game, and in the end, it hasn't worked out for him. 10-3 is currently the score with a couple of minutes of game time remaining. Let's see if he can get one back on the score, but that's a great ball.
That's a lovely ball across the face and just couldn't quite get that final killer shot away. I'm not sure what ter Stegen's doing there, though. Juggling with the ball inside his 6-yard box and just manages to get it clear in the end. And this game, as we tick into the final minute of stoppage time, is going to end how it started with an Ettorito attack. It's Lionel Messi, but it's straight at ter Stegen, and that is going to wrap this second leg up. And Ettorito has stormed his way to $100,000 minimum.
Really good work by him, looking very convincing in that first semi-final. And let's see, go on to see who's going to play in the final.